Hello, everyone. I'm Dan.
And I'm Riley.
And welcome to the next episode of That One Podcast.
Today we're joined by Felicia from the new boutique in Tipton, PB&G. Yes, and she joins us to talk about the decision to open up her new location in the Side Street Mall. She actually has another location up in Kokomo. So we talk about why choosing Tipton as her next location and just what her boutique is all about. She has a very unique thought process and twist on her boutique, so she shares all that with us. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode. Welcome, Felicia. Thank you so much for joining me on That One Podcast. We're here to talk about your new boutique in town, PB&G Boutique. So welcome. Before we really dive into what you offer, just give us a little background on yourself and then also on the store and how you have two locations. So this is your second location. Just kind of give us a brief overview of all that.
Well, first, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to be part of Tipton. Everyone's been so welcoming, you guys included. So my name's Felicia, and I currently live in Kokomo and branching into Tipton now with my second location. I have lived in the state of Indiana for a little bit over 7 years now. Originally, I am from the suburbs of Chicago, so sometimes you will hear that accent come out. It's fading a little bit, but sometimes you will hear it. I bought into my boutique 3 years ago. So when I bought it in Kokomo, name was Precious Beauties Boutique. We've expanded. We've added men's clothing, so that's where the "and gents" comes from.
Gotcha.
But when you are answering a cell phone in the store or talking to somebody about your business and you have to say all these words, Precious Beauties and Gents Boutique, it's a mouthful.
Oh, yeah.
So I made the decision down here in Tipton that we're just going to use the initials. So that is where PB&G comes from. So that is everyone's number one question. So we are answering that now for everybody.
Yes, now everybody knows.
Yes, PB&G stands for Precious Beauties and Gents.
Awesome. So you mentioned that you bought into it, but seeing what the boutique stands for, and the body positivity, size inclusive, was that something that was implemented before you bought into it, or is that something that you brought into it?
It's definitely something that I brought into it. So Precious Beauties originally, they've been in Kokomo since 2018, I believe, in the strip mall that we're in. And it had two previous owners before me. Love them both dearly. Yeah. But every boutique owner brings their own personal style into it. I don't want to say I changed things completely from what was going on, but I had some pretty big bullet points when I bought Precious Beauties that I wanted to check off. Number one is be affordable. Boutique shopping does not need to break the bank. But number two was just really to build confidence in women. Yes, body positivity, but also just confident in knowing if you're comfortable, if you feel good in it, that's what matters. If somebody else is thinking something about what you're wearing, or I always tell them that's their problem, it's not your problem. So that's something that I definitely brought myself. I have 2 employees now, one in Kokomo, one in Tipton, and they are finding the right people because it can be challenging. They think it's just a retail environment. We're selling clothes, okay, but we don't really just sell clothes. We sell that confidence building experience, and that's definitely what women and men now can count on when they walk into our boutique. Not a pushy sales environment, not a break the bank experience. If you leave and you didn't find something, it didn't work out, that's not a loss for me because we still had that connection. We still were able to put you in some clothes that maybe you weren't going to wear before, and we're there to boost them up. Yeah. We love telling people how good they look, getting them in the right sizes, getting them in the right colors. Shopping for clothes can be so stressful, and I just try to take that stress out of it.
Yeah. So what does it look like when somebody comes into the store and, from everything from, you kind of talked about, your employees talking with the shoppers and everything, but have you done anything specifically in the stores in terms of layout or how you display things that kind of conveys this message as well?
So I will say the biggest thing in my boutique, layout wise, I mean, I carry a little bit of everything. If I'm going to carry a flannel or a cardigan sweater, I have the basic t-shirt and tank top to go with it too. So their boutiques are sectioned off.
Yeah.
But I have a little bit of everything for everybody. And that doesn't happen in every boutique, and that's okay. You know, a lot of boutique owners, you can tell that they found their, niche. They found what works for them.
Yeah.
And for me, I always tell people my customers are anywhere from 18 years old to 80 years old. Wow. So there's a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
So when people are shopping, they're going to find some things that they love, and they're going to find some things that they look at like, is wearing this. So it's really getting me and my employees to just kind of make sure that we're having that conversation. We've all been shopping before. We've all walked into a place, we've looked at mannequins, and we've thought, this isn't my spot.
Yeah.
But if somebody's just judging us based off of, the 6 mannequins we're able to dress that day, or the 4 or 5 sweaters I'm able to put on display, they might not, love what they see, which is fine. But we just encourage them really to let's keep looking. Our motto is touch every hanger.
Okay.
Because there's something, everybody usually finds something that they at least want to try on, or they want to buy for somebody else. We're going into the Christmas season. So we're all thinking of who we can, knock off of our Christmas list.
Yeah.
My employees, I always tell them, I don't want them to be, little mini-me's, little robots of me. Put your own personality into it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's what I want people to know, they can expect from us, is just, you're shopping with a friend almost. We're not there for the sale. We're there for them. And we're there to just give them a really comfortable, fun experience. It's a lot of fun in there.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So I guess before we go any further in this conversation, where is your new location at?
So PB&G is located in the Side Street Mall.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited about it. So we all know that the Side Street Mall was empty for a while. This year, that front window stayed empty, and I'm very happy that I got to fill it up.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting that we're able to announce that every spot now in the mall is full.
Really?
It is leased out.
Okay.
And we are building a really fun environment again.
Oh,
so
sweet.
I have some great neighbors.
Yeah.
Some great retailers that people are used to working with in town that are coming into the mall and have been in the mall. And it's just, I feel like from what I've heard from people, we're bringing that Side Street Mall experience just back to life, back to what it used to be. And it's really exciting. Yeah,
there's definitely been, in literally the last 12 months, a couple of businesses move out. 2 of them right below us, actually, the Empty Vase and the Sandwich Shop. Are you able to announce any of, is it news?
Well, so they've all really been announced. So we have next door to us, it is called Pinfluence. So
that's
it
right.
is
Yes.
the pinball arcade, which is really cool. So I believe last weekend was the first Saturday that they opened up. They're going to be open up late nights, so everybody can go play some vintage pinball machines. And if you haven't been in there, it's really cool. And then we have Junk in the Trunk. So Junk in the Trunk is moving up to the other front space. They're also in Suite 5. And those ladies are so fun to work with. They've been so nice, so welcoming.
Nice.
We just have a really good relationship. And I feel like people feel that in the mall, that we really are we're there for them. We're one experience. We both have our doors wide open. We're sending customers to each other, right across the hall now. It's a lot of fun.
That's really cool. It's like its own ecosystem within downtown Tipton is the businesses within the Side Street Mall. Obviously, we talk about it a lot with other business owners on the podcast, is that Tipton is very supportive of each other. There's not a lot of gatekeeping from one business to another, and the Side Street Mall is like its own network within a network. So it's really cool to see that there are businesses like yours, the pinball arcade and Junk in the Trunk, that are wanting to fill those spaces, because I think it was a big question in the community is what's going to happen to the Side Street Mall over the next couple of years. So
I think people, they should be excited. We definitely, We pull up that end of, Jefferson Street. But all of the fun community events now, like, count us in.
Sweet.
Our doors will be open.
Yeah.
I know we have some really fun ones coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're all just starting. We all are just getting our doors open and getting our footing in the mall, but we're going to be there. We're going to be there for your tree lighting and your 'Tis the Season. And we have the ticket to Tipton coming up. So count them all in because we're excited to be part of the community.
Sweet. So let's talk about, why Tipton. What made Tipton and obviously the Side Street Mall the right place for the new location?
So I have, like I said, I've been owned the boutique for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the past year have really looked into where do I want to expand? What do I want to do? What next? What's the right areas? And nothing ever felt right. Looking at different spaces. One, my boutique, I require a lot of space. So I have, 2 boutiques now that are each 1,500 square feet. My boutiques are big.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at boutique space, it's usually just, they're smaller spaces. So I struggled with that. And then coming to Tipton, having this small town feel is what I have been really striving for. I love Kokomo, don't get me wrong, but it's huge. It's a big town. And I love it for that. I come from big towns.
Yeah.
But I was looking for just like a different experience. I want people to walk in the door and we all know each other by name. And I knew that I was going to get that in a small town.
Yeah.
And Tipton is, it gives you that small town feel, but there's a lot of traffic that comes through this town. There's a lot of surrounding small towns where, Tipton is becoming, again, a shopping destination. And that's what I saw for the future of Tipton.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get in here and I wanted to be a part of it, is giving the people that are in some of the bigger towns, giving Kokomo people a reason to come down here, and the Noblesville and Carmel, customers that we have. It's hard when you live, a couple miles away and you think, oh, am I going to drive up there for one place? Probably not.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're, building not just the boutique scene up here, which we are, there's some great new boutiques and some great existing boutiques in Tipton, but all of the new restaurants and just the development of Tipton is very impressive. From an outside perspective, it's been very impressive to see what the town is doing and growing. And I wanted to be a part of that.
That's awesome. So being a small business owner, and even considering trying to open up a new, like for me, I own my own business. Like I can't imagine trying to figure out how to go about opening a second location. Can you talk about, the timing of it and how it really worked out? Is it something that was literally like, oh, there's space in the Side Street Mall, let's jump on it? Because that's kind of what I did. Was it the best? I don't know. It worked out, obviously, but talk about from the timing perspective and really knowing when was the right time to expand.
So, like I said, I spent a year thinking it through and kind of looking but not putting huge effort into it. Just knowing like there's a future for the boutique. There's more. And I knew that this space had been available. But if I'm being honest, I also knew that there was some big shoes to fill in the previous boutique that was there. And that was nerve-wracking for me, to go into a space where people already went to and loved. It was nerve-wracking. So I sat on it for a while. It's going to sound probably really corny, but it kept popping up on my Facebook page. The Wyman Group took over, and they were, helping push the space, and I just kept seeing it. And I thought to myself, all right, let's just go look. I haven't been in this space since it was a boutique. You know, I have never seen it empty. Let's go look at it. And going in that space, and I met with Travis, who is the owner of the mall. We had the same type of vision. And to me, those are the things that work for me. Was it, the space itself? No, but when you're able to work with somebody that wants to see the town grow, that has the same, business mind as you do, it's like, okay, I can work with this person. That was really important to me.
Yeah.
But that building is old. That space needed some work. And talking through with Travis, he did a lot of the demolition for me. So if anybody has shopped in that mall and they have not been into the new boutique yet, come in because it is so different.
Wow.
We ripped every wall down. So there was a lot of walls up in that space. He went in and he totally demoed the space for me. Ripped walls down, ripped old flooring out, and gave me a blank canvas, which was really exciting and what I wanted. But then you walk into that blank canvas and you're like, whoa, I need to do something with it.
Yeah.
And this was in September.
Okay.
So it was
really quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew if I'm going to make this work, it needs to be open for the holiday season.
Yeah.
I need people to be able to shop November and December. If I can't get this done, like, what am I doing? So it was quick. Once I made that decision and signed the lease, that same week, it happened quickly. He demoed that first couple weeks for me, and then we just went in and attacked it. And I have to say thank you to every person in my life because it took an army to build that place. Me and my husband working full-time jobs and then going late nights to get things done. My dad, bless him, he was in there doing the electrical work, building every fixture for me. We had my husband's boss in there painting ceilings.
Nice.
A couple of friends in there laying the floor for us. So it was us doing it. Yeah. It wasn't a bunch of contractors coming in. Like, we put our love into it. Like, when we say blood, sweat, and tears, that really happened.
The blood has been cleaned up, hopefully. Yes.
It is. Maybe on the original cement floor, but there was a lot put into it and quickly. Yeah. And just to see everybody rally around me was really a really cool experience too. Yeah. So it was great. It was great bonding and building with the family members that I have here. My mom was back at home unboxing clothes for me. It was
owning a small business, you really lean on your close friends and family a lot. Mm-hmm. Obviously, building out a new store location is a big undertaking. So, huge. But even me, myself, I rely on friends, family, to get things started, even to support me years down the road. So being a small business owner is very unique in that way. And it's part of the reason I love it. So
it is. And I will say, being, a transplant into Indiana, I don't have a lot of family here. I was able to talk my parents into retiring out in Kokomo with me. Which
nice.
I don't know how I talked them into it, but I did. So I have my parents here with me. But outside of that, we've built some great friendships over the past couple years. But I have to say, like, a huge thank you to other small business owners. Every boutique owner in Kokomo with me reached out. How can they help? What can they do?
Nice.
We've really built a great boutique community in Kokomo, and I'm already seeing it happening here in Tipton too.
Yeah.
We don't compete with each other. We're all so different. We all provide such different products and services that it's not a competition. It's a really fun community to be a part of. And just to see, other women, other boutique owners reach out. How can I help? What can I do? Let's get this going. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's something that from talking with other small business owners on the podcast in Tipton, it's reciprocated across the board, not just boutiques. It's the bars and the restaurants. There's obviously 4 or 5 bar restaurants within walking distance downtown, but you don't hear them bashing each other. You don't hear them come to ours versus this. It's, hey, this one has this going on. Go check them out. It's just really cool to see in the downtown community of this small that people are willing to help. So,
and that's something I live by. I've supported small my whole life. I love now that I am a small business owner. It takes a while to be able to get there, but I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't compete with anybody. I'm telling people to go to another boutique if I don't have it. My goal is somebody's walking in and they're going to get what they need.
Yeah.
So, and I know sometimes it's hard being the new kid on the block. Other people can feel like, oh, what is she doing here?
Yeah.
But just know that everyone kind of has their spot, has their thing.
Yeah.
And I'm a very respectful small business owner. Like, what you're doing and it works for you, like, I'm not going to try to do it. I'm not going to try to duplicate it. I'm going to do what works for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you just opened. It's now officially been 2 weeks.
This week,
correct?
On Wednesday will be 2 weeks.
Yeah. So this will air the following Wednesday, not this Wednesday. So it'll be 3 weeks as of when this is published.
Okay.
When we were messaging before setting this up, you talked about what a great support opening weekend was. Can you talk about that and just how it went, launching the store?
So we decided to have our big grand opening weekend with Horton's Christmas event. Best decision ever.
Yeah.
I love the people at Horton's. They have been so welcoming, so helpful, so inviting. So to open up that weekend with them was great.
Yeah.
The amount of people that just poured into the store was honestly overwhelming at times. I never expected it. Like you think you know how many people are going to come in and who you get to talk to, and then just to see the outpouring of support. And true support, everybody walking in was thanking me for being there, which is crazy. Like, I want to thank them. I want to thank them for walking in the door. And I had people thanking me for opening a boutique. It was really heartwarming.
Yeah.
And then just everybody wants to support small. And even if they weren't finding, anything that day, because there were waiting lines for our dressing rooms. We were doing permanent jewelry and checking people out, and we may not have got to have like deep conversations with the hundreds of people walking in, but they wanted to support. They found, jewelry for somebody or a Christmas gift that they could find for somebody. It was really cool to see everybody just wanting to be there, telling me that they love the small business community, and it's really exciting to hear just how excited people are that we're here.
Yeah, so it went well, obviously. Were there any challenges that you faced or things that come up? Obviously, things tend to come up that you hadn't even thought about, but was there anything big that really stood out as a challenge that opening weekend, and how'd you overcome that? Well, obviously, the amount of people.
The amount of people, I will say, I'm grateful that, I have had my boutique for 3 years. And to be honest, I've been in retail for over 20 now. Okay. That's all I've ever done. Yeah. I truly believe that if you're meant to be in retail, like, it runs in your blood. So a lot of things, I don't know if they come natural to me or if I've just done them for so long. Yeah. But I'm also grateful that I've ran my Kokomo store for 3 years. So I knew some of the things people would say and, what I could, help them through and things like that. But I will say my biggest challenge is always the amount of people and the minimal staffing that we keep. So in a small business, usually, I ran my Kokomo store for a year and a half by myself. It was just me, nobody else. Now I realize I need the help. So I have, managers in both stores, and lets me float between two now. But there was just two of us. So me and Lexi. So Lexi is the manager here. So people that shop will get to know her too. And it, like I said, the people were overwhelming, but everybody understood. Yeah. They knew that we don't carry a staff of 5 or 6 to, be on the sales floor. And maybe one day, when the sales can support it, sure, let's do it. Yeah. But small businesses run on very small staff numbers. So that was our biggest thing to overcome. But me and Lexi, we work well together. I don't know. I sat in an interview with her and hired her on the spot. Wow. It was one of those feelings like, okay, we share the same brain. Yeah. we have the same visions, and she knew where I was going to be, where she needed to be, and we made it work. Yeah. But like I said, there was a lot of people. I wish I could have had more in-depth conversations with people, because that is what I'm passionate about. Yeah. It plays into your mission of what you want to do. I want people to come in and get to know us, and I want to get to know them, and I want to be able to tell them, like, you look pretty today. And so that was, something that I wish I had a little bit more time with everybody, but now things slowing down a little bit. I was going to say, come back in. So if you came to our grand opening weekend, thank you, and we love you for it. But definitely come back in now. We have our coffee bar. Make a coffee. Let's sit down and talk. Nice. Let's get you in some jeans. Jeans shopping is the hardest thing to do. So let's take some time. Let's figure out some sizes and colors and yeah. So the people obviously make the business happen, right? Have you learned anything about the shoppers in Tipton, or just the community in general, only being here for 2 or 3 weeks now? Well, I will say, and I always tell people, in my boutique, I tend to be a more casual boutique. People hear the word boutique and they think, oh, my grandma shop's there. Or these clothes are going to be a little bit dressier or a little bit more expensive. And there are boutiques like that, 100%. Yeah. But I'm not like that. I am somewhere that you want to come shop, that if you're going just out, your casual date night, or you're going to a family picnic, or you're going to the office, or you're a teacher going to work every day. We have those everyday looks. So now in Tipton, it's just learning what people's everyday looks like.
Yeah.
Who is shopping? What are your everyday looks? Is it going to be, people in offices? Is it going to be people that, are retired and they're just like, I need comfortable things to wear as I'm out shopping and things like that. So that's going to be, our next couple months is talking with people. We're definitely open to suggestions too.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
I always tell people that, like, what don't you see here that we could get? If it falls within, our business plan of being affordable and, staying trendy, and then we'll get it. We'll find it. I spend hours a week scrolling and looking for clothes, and to stay affordable is not easy in the boutique world.
Yeah.
So if you ever walk in, you see me scrolling on my phone, it's not TikTok, it's not Instagram.
Yeah.
It's literally clothing websites, because I'm looking for the best deals. If I get something on sale, my customers are going to get it at a good price too. So it's important for me to look for those things.
Yeah.
But we want to hear from the people, what do they want to see in there? Especially men. So men clothing is newer to me this year. I just started it this year in my Kokomo store, and now here. And just learning that you guys are a little bit more casual. You guys hold on to clothes for a very long time.
Yep.
Women don't do that. So to hear from the men, too, what they would like to see is really important to us, because I can shop for things that I know my husband and my dad and my nephews are wearing. But again, those are personal styles. So we're definitely open to suggestions.
Yeah. And again, it circles back to being able to have those conversations with the people when they come in. And it's not just, hey, we're going to let you come in and browse and not say anything to you. It's really getting to know the community and the people there. So how do you want people to feel, whether they find something or not? They come into PB&G. What do you want that lasting impression to be?
I just want it to be fulfilling in however way they need it to be. Some women will come in and they're just, I have my Kokomo customers, they're just having a bad day, and they come in because they know that we can sit there and have a conversation, and I can turn your bad day around. I'm a very positive person. I truly believe positivity goes a long way.
Yeah.
So if that's what you need for the day, or if you're coming in, we've had women come in and they did not feel comfortable or confident in their clothes, and they came in on their lunch break and they needed something else. So if you have, you're coming in and you need to feel more confident for the rest of the day, come on in.
Yeah.
So it's just, I want people to leave feeling fulfilled. Whatever they needed from us, we're there for it.
And it's not always that you have to buy something.
No, not at all. I mean, people will tell me that I'm crazy, but I'm not in it for the sale.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the money. I know that I'm not going to be a millionaire running a small business, like a clothing boutique. But that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm really doing it to spread that confidence. Women have been so hard on themselves my whole life, my mom's whole life, my grandparents' whole life. And it's time to change that narrative. And it's been really exciting that women are starting to change that narrative. We're positive in our bodies. We're positive in, being a little bit different. We all are just so different out there. And fashion is finally catching up.
Yeah.
We're able to say, it's all in style. You don't have to wear these wide leg jeans, or you don't have to throw your skinny jeans away. It's all in style. If you're feeling confident and comfortable, it's a good thing. So I love being a part of that. So I just want to build their confidence. I'll say that a million times. You guys are going to be like, oh, this confidence builder. But that's what I'm here for. I'm not in it for a sale. So if you really don't find something in a day, it's okay. And I'll tell you, sometimes you can count on me to be honest. So there are times people come out and, girl, yellow is not your color today. So let's find a different color, or let's do something, or you're going to dye your hair next week. Well, then maybe you should come in next week and we'll find something that works. I'm honest with people. I'll tell them, like, let's try something different. Like, I don't want somebody to buy something and it hang in their closet, in the back of their closet, and they think, oh, Felicia made me buy this. Like, no. I want you to feel confident in your clothes, and you're going to be wearing them out in public and tell people to come shop with me.
Yeah, and that's the big difference, I think, between, shopping small, shopping local, and going to Kohl's or something, where I'm sure you can speak to this a lot, being in the retail space for so long, is that, they're focused so much on conversion rates, and it's like, we want everybody to walk in, or we need 75% of people who walk in the door to buy something. And if they don't, then it's the day was failed or whatever.
Yes,
so
I worked for some big companies in the past where, that shopper tracker, they were tracking the people, and they were tracking our sales, and they were tracking our units per transaction.
Yeah.
And not once did a big company ask me, like, well, what was that customer's name today? Or how did you make them feel? And that's why I'm where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've worked for some big retailers where I love what I did. Like I said, I love retail. I was really sad to leave my last company. I loved what I did, but it's not always about, the numbers on the paper.
Yeah.
I know we all have bills to pay.
Yep.
I'm winning though. If I can keep unlocking my door every day and keep the lights on, like, that's a win.
Absolutely.
So obviously we're there, like, we have to make some money to pay the rent, but I'm definitely more of a personal experience.
Yeah. So you talked about, being involved locally, definitely with the Hortons event, but, 'tis the season, the tree lighting. Well, how do you plan to, get out there and be involved in the community coming up? Obviously, there's some events help a lot, but, in the future,
you can count on us, like I said, for every event. Like, we want to be there. Like, me and Lexi, like I said, my manager, we're going to be there with bells and whistles, with our Santa hats and our, light up glasses. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
We love to be a part of it. But really, it's just going to be that community, building the connection I'm making in my stores and reaching out with other small businesses and partnering with them. So I love partnering with small businesses. In my Kokomo store for the past 3 years, I've actually hosted, like, vendor events.
Okay.
So the third Sunday of every month, we have, I open up my parking lot. This summer we had 20 to 25 vendors that joined us every year. Wow. So those are the types of things that I like to be a part of, just working with other small businesses.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot of opportunities for that in Tipton. Some stuff that's already going on, and just from conversations I've had, there are people wanting to do that. So if you're watching,
reach out.
Yeah.
I definitely love to partner with people. It can be a Saturday, and if I have space and you want to come set up the candles that you're making, there's so many home crafters right now. Beef tallow lotions and the crocheted pieces that people are making. There's so much talent out there. So if you need a spot, we need to figure it out. We need to, just reach out to me. Like, I'd love to start building these Tipton connections too with all of these vendors and small businesses.
Awesome. Well, we'll wrap up with an easy one. Well, hopefully an easy one here. We ask people what's their favorite coffee spot or restaurant in Tipton, but we'll expand into the Tipton and surrounding areas.
Okay,
so
awesome.
You've mentioned coffee in your shop, but what's your favorite coffee spot in Tipton or Kokomo?
So I am newer to Tipton. I have not found my favorites yet. Mm-hmm. I've come to Tipton a lot for all of the big events, but I feel like when big events are happening, it gets so overwhelming.
Yes.
So I'm definitely looking forward to walking the streets and getting to know every little place. Coffee, my favorite. Well, I will say I love coffee, don't get me wrong. But my neighbors up in Kokomo, Happy Nutrition, they do energy bombs and protein shakes. They're pretty much more my favorite. I will go towards an energy bomb and a protein shake more than a coffee in the morning.
Okay.
They are Happy Nutrition. They are on South LaFountain with me.
Nice.
Being my neighbor is pretty easy too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
that
walk
helps.
over there daily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Felicia, thank you so much for joining us and sharing more about your story. And if you want to just give a final plug, where you're at, hours, that type of thing, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for having me. It's so awesome how inviting everybody's been. But please visit PB&G Boutique. also known as Precious Beauties and Gents. We are in Unit 1 in the Side Street Mall, so come hang out. We're open from Tuesdays through Saturdays. So Tuesday through Friday, we are there 11 to 6, and on Saturday, we are there from 10 to 4.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much, and we look forward to seeing all the great things that you're going to do in this community.
All right. Thank you, guys.